I'm going to wait for some of you guys to start popping on and stuff. Just give you guys a few seconds. And then I will introduce who I am, what we're doing, and all of that kind of fun stuff, okay? Welcome. But if you guys don't know who I am or what it is that I do, you guys are about to find out. But anyways, I'm going to turn my little jams down back there. But my name is Nataushia. I am from Central Kentucky. I have lost 275 pounds since starting my weight loss journey back in May of 2021. But I'm simply here to share with you guys tonight my seated cardio workout routine. Hey, Rhonda. Now, this particular routine, it is Wednesday, so that means that it is Challenge Wednesday. If you've never worked out with me before, I have a modified day, which means all of our routine is completely modified. So if you've never worked out with us before, that is an absolutely wonderful day to join in because I do every single one of the exercises with you all completely modified, so you get to pick that up. So whenever you guys come and you want to work out like on a day like today, you can do all of the modified exercises, still reap the benefits and things of that nature. But today is Wednesday. That means it is Challenge Wednesday. So generally what we do, hey, Joanna, generally what I do is have 14 exercises at 30 seconds a piece with a 10-second breather in between each exercise. I do high-intensity interval training, hey, poodles. So that's what I do. But on Challenge Wednesday, we're going to have 10 exercises at a minute apiece with a 20-second breather, okay? Now, I understand exercise is challenging, especially coming from over 500 pounds. Quite obviously, I'm not 500 pounds anymore. Super, super happy about that. But anyways, I am going to go through, hey, Wendy, I am going to go through tonight and share with you guys how to properly sit in your seat. I'm also going to show you guys a modified exercise because I understand that when we are exercising, and especially when we have our modified days or especially our challenge days, it is very difficult a lot of times for us to complete an entire exercise within that allotted time frame, okay? Hello to our, yes, absolutely, I love it. Poodles, thank you so much for all the love, girl. I love it. But anyways, I'm so glad you're here, Denise. And I want to give a special shout out to Denise because Denise is also another one of my regular individuals who follows me. She is actually the reason why I'm able to have my products right now. And I can't thank you enough for that. I did take some time off because I just wasn't okay mentally. I wasn't doing what I needed to do. You guys all know this. But because of her, she actually was the one that purchased the products that I have. But anyways, I want to give a special shout out again to Denise. She continues to bless me and reach out anytime possible. But anyways, let me show you guys how to properly sit in our chairs. Understand that if you can't complete one of these exercises, we're going to be going for a minute. So baby, I get it. I know that it's hard. I know that it's not easy to always, finish our exercises, especially when we have those sections that we're supposed to complete. So that is why I am so passionate and adamant about sharing modified exercises because I understand when I was at my heaviest, I couldn't do certain things. Certainly couldn't. But now that I've lost weight, all that I want to do with my life is simply show the world that it can be done. It does take work. Yes, I have had gastric sleeve surgery, but at the end of the day, one of the biggest things that makes any type of anything work for anyone is simply staying committed, making the sacrifices that are necessary, and that's something that I did. I changed how I ate. I changed my exercise. I literally changed my entire lifestyle. I went from consuming literally 2 pizzas in one sitting to consuming maybe a slice of pizza. When you change how you eat, you're going to be absolutely mind blown at how much your progress is going to change. But anyways, let me go on ahead and hit this chair and let me show you guys how to sit, okay? Now, I am not a perfect person, but what I am is somebody that has lost 275 pounds, and I know exactly what it is like to struggle And I simply want to share with you guys what I know because I want to change the world. I want to help people that want to help themselves. And yes, I might get emotional about it because you guys literally had no idea. Yes, you probably do. You probably know what it's like to not be able to fit into a chair or lose circulation in your legs because you can't squeeze in. And if you do squeeze in, baby, you're literally bruised up and whatever. But anyways, I simply want to share this with everybody. So if you can, please, for the love of sweet, dear baby Jesus, I need y'all to be sharing this tonight. I need y'all to get Challenge Wednesday out, okay? I know what it's like to struggle. No, I'm not over 500 pounds anymore, but I know what it's like to have been there, and I know what it's like to need modified exercises, especially if we're just starting out. I get that. So that's what I'm here for. So guess what? Let me go on ahead and hit my chair, and we're going to get this party started, okay? But before I do that, let's go on ahead and hear the lineup. Are y'all ready to hear what our lineup is tonight? And yes, I'm still playing with sticky stuff because, guys, I've had a day from Hades, I feel like. I just want to cry, crawl in a hole, and just whatever. But you know what? We can't do that because when life gets tough, we have to get tough and keep going because at the same time that it sucks and it hurts, I know for a fact someone else somewhere has it worse than I do right now. So I absolutely refuse to sit here. And even though I want to cry and be in my own little hole, I know there are individuals that I personally know right now facing bigger challenges than what I'm facing. So I'm here and I'm showing up and I'm going to continue to show up. But anyways, we have seated jog, jump rope, out and ups, battle ropes, reach and step, and then knee slicer, knee slam. Then we're going to move into our cross ankle tap. We have under leg jacks. After that, we're going to move into jacks. And then we got an easy one tonight, baby. We have quick feet. That's going to be our last exercise. So let me show you guys how to properly sit. And then we're going to get the party started. I hope you're ready. Now, I don't care what you believe. I don't care how you are. I don't know what it is that you're going through. But I'm here to tell you right now, baby, if you don't give up, you're going to make it. So let's keep pushing together, okay? So let me pull y'all down so y'all can see. So sorry, I know that it looks a little awkward, but that's okay. Totally okay. All right, loves. I am going to wipe off my camera on YouTube because it looks a little weird. Sorry. So we're going to use my shirt and wipe y'all off. Here we go. Hopefully that cleared it up because I had a sticker on there because I'm just weird. But anyways, let's go ahead and learn how to sit in our seats. I personally just use a regular kitchen chair. I'm 5'10" and a half, if that gives you guys any idea about how tall I am along with my weight. Also, in comparison to me, like this chair is relatively, I don't know, cherry. I don't know how to explain it, but this is a great chair. Now, you can use your couch, you can use a bed, you can use anything to sit on. I would not recommend using something with wheels. Do not do seated cardio on wheels. Baby, if you do, I cannot guarantee your safety. That's all I'm going to say. But let's go on ahead and learn how to sit, okay? All right, so when you do seated cardio, it's important to sit at the edge of your seat if you can handle it, because I understand in the beginning, I relied on the back of my chair a lot. All right? But we're also going to focus on keeping our core tight. A lot of people ask me what that means. So if you have ever taken a photo and sucked your belly in to look skinny, that's literally what we're doing, just sucking our belly button in through our spine. But I'm going to show you quick feet because I know that there's going to be certain moments during this exercise. If you guys have never, ever exercised with me before, I do everything in the chair. I am the seated cardio queen, so we are going to remain in our chairs through the exercise, through our stretching, all of that. This is all inclusive, okay? But if you can't finish the exercise within that minute time frame, then what I need you to do, stay moving. I don't care what you do. You can get up, jiggle, dance, walk in place. I don't care what it is, but as long as you make sure that your heart rate stays elevated, maybe you just want to sit in your chair and do this. That's still going to elevate your heart rate because guess what? That's still a form of exercise. If you've never exercised before, it's going to work you out. I promise. But anyways, find a way to stay moving, but I'm going to show you my easiest exercise. It's actually seated quick feet. That's our last exercise on our routine tonight. What you're going to do, though, is extend your arms out in front of you if you can handle it, and do this number right here. This is seated quick feet. But I understand, coming from over 500 pounds, that sometimes extending our arms out in front of us to do that is a little bit too much. So simply work your way up to that, and you're going to be okay, baby, okay? I'm going to show you seated jog from the side, and then I'm going to show you the modified version so you have an understanding of keeping your back off the back of the chair and all of that kind of stuff, okay? So let me go on ahead and show you that. But we have seated jog, okay? But the modified version, your feet are going to stay on the floor. Sounds crazy, right? But it is. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your tippy toes, all right? You're going to go pump, 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 all right? That's literally it. I am absolutely super excited to be here with you guys tonight and sharing with you guys my seated cardio workout routine that I create. I don't get these anywhere else, and that's one thing that I absolutely love is the fact that I know that it comes from me. I am a former collegiate athlete. I am not a professional trainer, but I have lost 275 pounds. And I freely share what I know because in the beginning, I wanted someone like me, someone that was real, someone that showed up and worked out with me every single day to help hold me accountable. Maybe I wouldn't know that person, but at least I knew that they were providing a free routine that I knew could benefit me. I didn't have that, and that is exactly what I wanted because I didn't have the money to sit over here and get a gym membership. I didn't have the money to go out and get a personal trainer. I still don't have that kind of finances. But what I do know is I will provide this free of charge because I understand individuals want someone they can relate to. Maybe that individual is me. Maybe that individual is somebody that's on this stream right here with us. But we've created a family, and that's what this is. I don't care if you are gay, straight, white, black. I don't care where you are. You are included here because I know this world is filled with enough cruelty and evil. So I'm all about being kind and creating an atmosphere that is positive, loving, encouraging, welcoming. And I promise if there's any form of negativity, I won't allow it. But let's hit this chair and get this party started because I have talked. I'm sitting over here super passionate about everything. So I apologize. Okay. But anyways, are we ready to work out, guys? Y'all just let me know. Because I could keep talking forever. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. All right, guys, let's hit it. All right. So at first we have our seated jog, okay? I'm super, super excited. Please, please share this out tonight. We have our seated cardio routine. We have 1 minute of our seated jog. Starting. Let's see. I'm trying to get my timer pulled up, and I apologize. We got a minute starting now. Let's go. Seated jog looks like this. Or if this is too much, I understand. So you can do pump, 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 pump. On your tippy toes, okay? But you got this. I know exercising for a solid minute is hard. I get it. But that doesn't mean that you have to stop exercising entirely. You can literally do anything else. We got less than 20 seconds and I'm sliding. Perfect. Up next, I think we have jump rope. I'll have to double check. But right now, it is time to take your breather. All right, up next is our jump rope. To do that, we have option 1, or We're going to bounce on our tippy toes. YouTube, I'm going to bring you guys down some. I apologize. Let's try this again. All right. So to do the first version, we got 1, 2, 3, or bounce, bounce, bounce on those tippy toes, okay? You pick your poison, but we've got 1 minute seated jump rope starting now. Let's go, baby. You got it. We have our out, in, ups next. You can go at your own pace because I understand maybe going fast is too challenging. That's okay. Go at your own pace. Work your way up. And you can do it. It used to not always be like this. We got less than 20 seconds. Let's go. Take your breather. So up next is the out and ups. How you're going to do that is you're going to start in the center. You're going to go out, in, up, down, okay? So what I would suggest is repeat that to yourself, get that down, then focus on speeding your exercise up because you're about to see me and I'm about to be a little quicker than what you probably want to go if you're just starting out, okay? But we've got 1 minute out and ups. Starting now, baby. Let's go. Battle ropes are next. Keep pushing. I know that it hurts. I know that you're probably sore, but we got this. Remember, if you can't finish this, you can go into quick feet or find a way to just keep moving. Keep going. You got it. Take your breather. Up next is going to be the battle ropes, which is this right here, okay? Again, at your own pace. All right, guys. We got 1 minute, battle ropes. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for sharing my content. Thank you all for sharing it with your family member, your friends, and people that you care about that you feel like would benefit from this. But I promise I'm not a professional. I'm just someone that's passionate about trying to help other people that want to help themselves. You got it. You got it. Oh, yeah. Now, if you've never worked out with me, I know tomorrow is absolutely a breeze compared to today. Less than 5 seconds. And take that breather. Up next is going to be our reach and step. But if you can't step, you can just reach. Reach. Make sure you're really extending that oblique, okay? Listen, I am so proud of you guys, and I'm so happy that you decided to be here on Challenge Wednesday with the Seated Cardio Queen and the entire platform that we have created together. So welcome, family. Let's go on ahead and do our reach and step. We have 1 minute starting now. Go at your own pace. You got it. That's it. Now this weekend, I do plan, now that I'm feeling better, to respond to as many people as I can and get to working on what I can with those of you guys that are in my inbox and have been asking questions, okay? So just bear with me. I got y'all. Good job. Look at you guys go. Take your breather. Up next is knee slice or knee slam, okay? So you have two options. You can either do slice or you can do slam, okay? Because I understand coming from my heaviest weight, I had a belly, so it meant that I couldn't really lift my knees easily. So that's why I show modified versions that's still going to work you out and give you the benefit of everything until you can reach the advanced version, okay? But let's go ahead and pick one of the two, whichever best works for you, baby. We've got 1 minute starting now. Let's go. But I hope that you know that you are more than enough just the way that you are. And I know that people are going to come into your life, make you question your worth, make fun of you, whatever the situation may be. But I hope that you know that you matter and you are important. You are worthy, but most of all, you are loved, okay? You've got support right here, baby. Right here's your new little family. If you felt like you were alone, you ain't alone no more. Keep going. We got it. Take your breather. Up next is cross ankle tap. Now listen. I have 3 examples. Please pay attention. We have cross ankle tap, cross shin tap, or cross knee tap. So based on your level, please pick one of my 3 versions when we do this exercise, okay? But we have 1 minute of that exercise starting now. Let's go. Under leg jacks are next. Remember, you can go at your own pace. You don't have to keep up with me. Good job, guys. Keep up that work. You got this. You got it. You got it. Y'all, I'm killing myself. Take your breather. Up next is the under leg jack. You're going to start up top, go under, back up. But if you can't go under your legs, that's okay. What you can do instead is this. All right? But make sure that you're focusing on keeping your core tight because it is extremely important in this exercise because that's what we are working in addition to the cardio, okay? But we've got 1 minute under leg jacks starting now. Let's go. Good job. I don't know who sent me stars. I cannot read from here, but thank you. You got it. Less than 20 seconds. You got it. Almost there. We're so close. There we go. Take your breather. So we have jacks up next. I have option 1, option 2, option 3. All right. You're going to pick what works best for you. And again, if you cannot finish an exercise, don't just sit there and do nothing. Find a way to stay moving, baby. But right now, it is time for us to do our jacks. We have 1 minute of jacks starting now. Let's go. I feel like I'm falling out of my chair. Up next is quick feet. All right, guys, I'm going into this because my glutes hit the burn. This is my easiest jack, just so you know. You got it. Don't give up. I know that it's not easy sometimes, guys. But that doesn't mean that you can't do this. Take that breather, baby. Up next is quick feet, which is this right here. All right, guys, we got less than 10 seconds. Make sure you guys are staying hydrated. Guess what? It is jog time. Let's hit it, baby. We got 1 minute. Wait, it's quick feet time. My bad. False alarm. We got quick feet. 1 minute. Start now. So remember, if it's too much to have your hands like this, that's okay. You can work your way up. Now this is our final exercise in round 1 of 3. You got it, you got it, you got it. Keep pushing, guys. This is our last exercise in round 1. We're so close to the finish line. We only got 20 more minutes. All right, guys, and take your breather. So we're back at the top. We're about to be back on our seated jog. We're going to move into a jump rope after that. You guys are absolutely killing it. We're all killing it tonight. Okay. All right, guys. It's time for us to jog. We got 1 minute. Starting now. A lot of you guys also ask how I record my workouts. I save them on my Apple Watch as high intensity interval training. Now, when I'm working out in the seat, believe it or not, I can't read what you guys are typing to me. So what I'm going to do is this weekend, I'm going to go through and read my comments on my videos and respond best that I can, okay? So next is jump rope. Almost there. Less than 10 seconds. Take that breather. So next is our jump rope, okay? All right, guys, it's time to jump rope. We've got 1 minute of jump rope. Starting now. Let's go. You got it. You got it. This right here is the advanced jump rope, okay? If you can't do this, you can do this. Okay? All that is literally bouncing on your tippy toes. Up next is out, in, ups. We have less than 30 seconds. Keep pushing. I know that this is not easy, but y'all are doing amazing on Challenge Wednesday. Ooh, just keep moving. We got less than 5 seconds. Take your breather. Up next, out and ups. Y'all, I'm sorry, I am beat for real. I've had a very tough day, but we pushing through. So if you see me going into modified exercise, that means I'm simply pushing. And that's okay, because guess what? It's still a form of exercise. And a lot of people will be like, well, you're not working out right. Baby, are you sitting over here coming from over 500 pounds? Because I know what it's like. I know what my body needs, baby. But anyways, let's go on ahead and knock out this out and up. We have 1 minute starting now. Let's go. Battle ropes are next. Good job. We have less than 30 seconds left. We can do this. Can't finish this? Find a way to keep moving, baby. Okay. Thank you for all the love, Facebook. I see you. Take your breather. Because, baby, we've earned it. Yep. We sure have. When I tell y'all my core is screaming, I am not playing. All right, guys, it is time for us to go on ahead and get ready for these battle ropes. We have 1 minute of battle ropes starting now. Isn't it fascinating how much of an exercise you can get? If you've never tried seated cardio before and you feel like working out in a chair won't make you sweat, won't make you burn, won't do anything for you. Give it a shot. Because it is absolutely insane what happens when you sit here and do one exercise repetitively. And imagine what it's like if you were to add wrist weights or ankle weights or resistance bands. It's possible. Almost there. Keep it moving. Up next, reach and step. Take your breather. Now with the reach and step, if you cannot step, that's okay. Because I remember when I was heavier, it was really hard for me to do things like that. So simply reach. All right, guys, we have 1 minute reach and step starting now. But if you guys don't know who I am, I'm the seated cardio queen. My name is Nataushia. I stream live Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless I state otherwise, on Facebook or my TikTok story. YouTube, I haven't figured out how to make posts on you guys yet. So if you can't do this, what you can do is this. All right? The reason why I'm showing this is if you've not seen me before, I used to weigh over 500 pounds. So I know exercise, if you're heavier, ain't always easy. So I'm very passionate about showing that to everybody. Okay? Take your breather. Up next is our knee slice or knee slam. You're going to choose what works best for you, okay? All right, guys. We got less than 10 seconds, and I just need you to know that I love you, and I'm so thankful that you are really here with us tonight. But let's get it. We have 1 minute. Slice or slam. Before you know it, we're going to be finished with this exercise, guys. But I know that this world is filled with a lot of hate, and a lot of evil, and a lot of people that's going to be so quick to judge you just by looking at you. And I hope that you know, no matter what anyone says to you, no matter what anyone does to you, you matter. And there's going to be so many people that try to knock you off of your pedestal and make you feel like you don't. But you do, baby. Don't forget that. You've got this. Don't let anyone make you feel less than, because you are more than what you could ever dream of. Just so you know. Take your breather. Up next is going to be our cross ankle tap. We are almost done with round 2 of 3, y'all. All right, let's get it. We have 1 minute of cross ankle tap starting now. Remember, if you can't go to your ankle, you can go to your cross shin or cross knee. And yes, you might be like, oh, but Nataushia, I can't do but just this. That's okay. That is okay. Because guess what? That's still more than what you were doing before, right? So that means it's still going to work you out, and that's okay. We all have to start somewhere. There's no greater time to start than now. And I want people to see what it's like for once not to give up on themselves. I know it sucks. I know it sometimes isn't fun, but you can make it fun, and you can still have fun. Whew, take your breather. But there's going to be days that you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to eat cheesecake and cookies and chips and all of the things that you love. And there's going to be days that you do that and then you get back on it. But then there's going to be days that you choose not to do that and you go work out and you go have a protein shake. And you're going to be so proud. You're going to be angry probably because you didn't get what you wanted, but you're going to be proud that you made that healthy lifestyle choice. I'm here to tell you, you can do this. It's going to suck sometimes, but it is absolutely worth it because you are worth it, okay? But it is time for us to do our under leg jack. We have 1 minute of those, starting now. Let's go. Get it. Remember, if you can't go all the way under your leg, that's okay. You can come right here. I say it all the time, most of my lives, but I literally remember being a college athlete, being a high school athlete, and having people, coaches especially, mainly, look at me and be like, hey, that's not going to work you out. And I'm like, okay. I'm sitting here sweating, dying, can't catch my breath, feel like my ribs are caving in, but I'm not getting no workout. Feel my muscles burning in the area that we're supposed to be working out, but it ain't working me out. I'm like, okay. I've literally been told my entire life I'm doing things wrong. I'm not working out right, whatever. But you know what's crazy? Look at me now. I've lost 275 pounds because I moved. Take your breather. I was finding ways to move at my heaviest weight. Like I literally can show you guys any kind of modified exercise you might want to see. And what I mean by that is I can do modified push-ups on a wall. I can do modified mountain climbers. I can do modified burpees where I don't get in the floor. Like there are so many exercises that I found modifications for because I was that serious about getting healthy, because one day I want to be a mom. That was my ultimate goal outside of losing weight, is to become a mother. That is my biggest goal in life right now. When the Lord sees fit and when I have the right man in my life to do so, because I'm still trying to heal. But anyways, it is time for our jacks. We have 1 minute of jacks. Starting now. Let's go. But a lot of people ask me, why did I lose weight? What motivated me? I'm going to be real. I was denied 7 to 8 different times to get gastric sleeve surgery. My doctors fought my insurance company saying, hey, she has precancerous cells in her uterus. If she doesn't lose weight, she's going to end up with cancer. That's what I was told. So a lot of people are like, why did you do it this time? What was different? The fact that I want to become a mother one day and have that possibility. Lord willing, and if he sees fit, it'll be a thing. But for right now, this is what I have to do in order to reach that goal. I'm putting in the work, making the necessary changes, and doing what I need to do for me. Because ultimately, take your breather. At the end of the day, if I do all that I can to get myself to my goal, then I know without a shadow of a doubt, God's going to help the rest of the way. Because if I put in the work that I need to, he's going to make sure that he puts in the work that he needs to, if that makes sense. Like, he's not going to let me fall. And I believe that wholeheartedly. But let's do our quick feet. No. Let's do our jacks. No. Quick feet. My bad. It is quick feet. It's always the easy one that I want to throw out, ain't it? But we have 1 minute of seated quick feet starting now. But being told that at the age, like I was in my 20s. I'm only 32 right now. But I was in my mid-20s when I was told this. So I started to lose weight. I was continually told, like, hey, you can't have this surgery. But what's crazy is I did get the procedure, but I had to schedule my EGD. I had to schedule my psychiatric clearance. I had to schedule like every single appointment because my actual doctor's office straight up said, hey, you ain't going to have this surgery because your insurance ends on June 30th, 2021. I was just like, what the heck? So I was really upset because I'll get into it in just a second. I'll start explaining my whole process because it was a very, very trying situation. Take your breather. We are going to start our third and final round. In this round, I'm going to kind of tell you guys my story of how I got my procedure and why I seriously took it so seriously this time. Because I have fought tooth and nail all of my life to get here. I've been on every diet. I've done keto, paleo, whatever. I'm basically keto now. Let's jog. We have 1 minute seated jog. Starting now. But anyways, whenever I went through to get my procedure, I initially went for my consultation in May of 2021. Like, I want to say it was May 20-something. Okay, May. Within 1 month, I'd had my procedure, okay? Because my doctors had fought so hard for me to have this procedure. I've been on Adipex, which is phentermine. It is an appetite suppressant, which is basically prescribed speed. That's the best way that I know how to explain what it is. But it suppresses your appetite, so they had documentation that I could lose weight and I had that ability. So, my surgeon's office found all of my weight loss records from my doctor's office and pulled all of my weigh-ins. Take your breather. Because you're supposed to have, I think it's 5 or 6 weigh-ins in order to get your surgery, plus a psychiatric clearance, cardio clearance, like cardiac clearance, an EGD, like a scope done of your insides. I can't remember everything. Like, there's so many hoops that I had to jump through, but it is time to jump rope. We've got 1 minute starting now. So as I was going through that process, I found out that my insurance ran out June 30th. So I called my surgeon's office 3 weeks before June 30th hits. And they were like, oh, well, no, we can't get you in that quick. We can't let you have the surgery. So I'm like, you were kidding me. Like, you tell me I can, and now you tell me I can't. Like, what is this? So I get really upset, and I call my best friend at the time, and she was like, don't take this as a no. Like, schedule your appointments, do what you need to do, and get this procedure if you can. So I literally canceled my vacation to Florida because my friend, she is a power lifter. Not the friend that I called, but I had a friend that was a power lifter. Take your breather. And she had invited me to come watch her and support her in Florida on a vacation, watching her power lift. So I had to call my friend and be like, hey, I have to cancel my trip basically because I'm going to be making all these appointments. It is time for us to go on ahead and knock out our out and ups. We have 1 minute of out and ups starting now. So I cancel my Florida trip and start scheduling my appointments. I'm literally calling all the offices in tears at work, and I'm like, can you please get me in? Like, my insurance expires on the 30th. I call and I fight with my surgeon's office. Finally scheduled my surgery. Mind you, the week of surgery, I had my cardiac, psych, my EGD, all of that. All of it was done within 1 week. I scheduled all my appointments, done everything by myself because my surgeon's office refused to do anything because they said I couldn't have the surgery. So I call them, I get it all done. I go to my final weigh-in. Will never, ever, ever forget none of this. But I go to my final weigh-in. At this point, within like a month's time, I lost like 40-something pounds. I think, take your breather. Take your breather. So I lost like a substantial amount of weight. At this time, I was still over 440 pounds. But I remember Dr. Tran walked in there After I'd weighed in, done this, I was proud of myself. I was like, man, I'm about to have this surgery. I've got all my stuff done. He was the one that done my EGD, like done the scope of my esophagus. It is battle rope time. Let's get it. We got 1 minute. Starting now. But I was like, oh yeah, like I'm about to really have this surgery. Like this was my final check mark. He walks in, looks at my chart, looks at me. I'm gonna need you to lose more weight. I immediately tear up, like tears flood in my eyes, and I'm like, then I'm not gonna have this procedure. At this point, it was like June 26th or 7th. Mind you, my surgery was on June 30th. So he looks at me and he says that. So I look at him and I say back to him what I said. He doesn't say a word and walks out of my little room and goes straight to the secretary's desk and is like, can we schedule her for surgery? Because I explained to him, I was like, well, I'll lose my insurance on June 30th, blah, blah, blah. So he goes to the little nurse's station, whatever, and is like, take your breather. But he was like, can we get her scheduled for surgery before the 30th? And they're like, she's already scheduled for the 30th because I scheduled it. I was the one who scheduled it. I did it all by myself, making all the phone calls because literally everyone refused to do anything to help me. So that's another reason why I'm so passionate about freely sharing what I know, because I have fought like HE double hockey sticks to get to where I'm at. So I don't come and play softly, but I do what I can to help other people. But anyways, we're going to go on ahead and move into our reach and step. We have 1 minute of reach and step. Starting now. So he comes back and he's like, all right, we'll go lay on the bed. I want to look at your stomach. Guys, let me give you a heads up. I want a gastric sleeve, okay? I'm scared of all the other stuff. But he comes and he's like, all right, lay on the bed, feeling in my belly. And he's like, I'm not doing bypass on you. He said, you probably die if I do a bypass on you. You're too big. He was like, the only thing that I can do is a gastric sleeve. And I was like, great, that's all I want. That's all I want, literally. So I'm like, all right, bet. Like, I'm having this surgery. Like, everything's great. Y'all, I go for my registration, day of surgery. It ain't over. Y'all thought that was rough. Go in to check in. They're like, oh, your insurance ain't going to cover your surgery. No joke. Kid you not. So I'm like crying again, tearing up, and I'm like, what? Are you so serious? Take your breather. So I was like, what insurance do you have it on? Because at the time, I was on Kentucky's COVID Medicaid, because that's when COVID hit. And then I was also on my work insurance at the time at the job that I used to have. And my former employer, who wrongfully terminated me, anyways, they had it deemed as an exclusionary procedure, and they continued to say that even though that this was a life-saving procedure, that it was for cosmetic reasons. So even though cancer was involved in the picture, they still said that it was cosmetic. But anyway, I was like, well, what surgery, well, what insurance is covering it? Guys, it is knee slicer slam time. We've got 1 minute. Starting now. So I was like, well, what insurance company is covering it? And they were like, Humana. I was like, that's not who it's supposed to be with. So I'm sitting there in registration by myself, trying to get everything worked out. So she was like, all right, well, you go sit down and let me see what I can get worked out, okay? So at this point, I'm like, okay, like, God, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it ain't, it ain't. Well, next thing I know, they call me back. I'm getting my bracelet, all that kind of stuff. And that's how I had my surgery. Like, that's how my whole entire lineup went. So a lot of people are like, oh yeah, surgery's the easy way out. Surgery's this, surgery's that. But surgery is just surgery. If you don't use the tool that you have, you can gain it back. Absolutely can gain it back. Because I have gained weight in this. Take your breather. Because believe it or not, I have I've gained weight at points throughout my whole entire process. And I actually seen this comment. Can't remember who said it, but they were like, can you gain weight back? Do you breathe? Like, I'm like, can I gain my weight back? And I literally wanted to respond, do you breathe? Like, yes. Gaining weight just because you had surgery doesn't mean that you're going to sit here and never be able to gain the weight back. That's not how it works, honey. I can sit over here and eat a half-pound Reese cup, and I will gain probably 15 pounds. That might be exaggerating it, but what I'm saying is, yes, gaining weight is still a thing. Even after surgery. With or without surgery, you still got to work, okay? But right now, it is time for us to do our cross ankle tap. We have 1 minute of cross ankle taps starting now. But, yes, it takes work. So I don't care if you have surgery. Maybe you're too scared to have surgery. That's okay, too. But you still have to put in work. You can still lose weight, but you're going to have to be willing to make lifestyle changes in order to get it to go, okay? Whew! I don't know about y'all, but your girl is feeling tonight's routine. I have kicked my own booty. Get it, get it, get it. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Underleg jack is next. Less than 10 seconds. Take your breather. But that's one of the biggest, I guess, along with my whole story, that's, I guess, another one of the biggest reasons why I've taken it so seriously. Like, I created an entire weight loss journal. Like, I did it. I made it. And I'm actually still trying to work on getting it processed and developed so that I can sell it on Amazon. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm working on it because I made it myself, drew it out, all that kind of stuff. And it really did make a life of difference in how my progress went this time. But let's do our under leg jacks. We have 1 minute of those starting now. Let's go. But I had a lot of people in the beginning. I was doing them by hand, but I had such a massive amount of orders. I couldn't do it by hand anymore. So now I'm working on trying to get everything transferred over so that you guys can get it there, and it'll be a lot more affordable compared to what it was when I was doing it by hand, because I want people to have access to the tools that I used outside of sleeve and surgery, because even with or without that, it still works. Whew. Up next is our jacks. Guys, we got 2 more exercises left, and we're done with tonight. Whew. 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 Great job, guys. Take your breather. All right, guys. So up next is going to be our jacks. Now, personally, I'm going to do like however I feel. I'm going to try and start off going my advanced version, but I might fall into one of my modified versions. Because I ain't going front. Like, my body is hurting right now. Like, I'm tired, my throat's sore. Like, but I'm continuing to press forward because I feel so much better mentally and physically when I exercise that I refuse at this point to not work out. Okay, so let's do our jacks. We have got 1 minute of jacks starting now. Let's get it. But even if I don't do lives, I'm going to start finding a way to make sure I get some form of workout in every day other than the weekends. Unless I feel like it. But next, quick feet. This right here is my modified jack. This right here is my easiest version. But you do what works for you. Get it, baby. My watch keeps falling. Take your breather. Up next is going to be our seated quick feet. Now this is going to be our last exercise, and then we're going to go into stretches, okay? I'm so proud of you guys, and thank you all so much for being here for real, okay? And for those of you guys that honestly take the time to show up, and for those of you all that take the time to actually share my content, thank you, like from the bottom of my heart. You literally don't have to support me financially. All you sometimes have to do is hit the share button. That's the easiest thing I can ask of you, and I promise it's going to help me more than you realize. Okay? Let's go ahead and move into our seated quick feet. We have 1 minute of seated quick feet starting now. But the reason why I ask so much of you guys to share my content is, one, I struggle financially. So I know for a fact I'm not the only person that struggles when it comes to commenting, sharing, or liking the things that I post. Now that I'm monetized on Facebook, I get a few extra dollars because you guys comment, share, whatever. So the more people that comment, view, access my stuff, that helps me make a few extra dollars. No joke. Like literally, I've earned $7 or $8 per post because I checked and they have monetized. Facebook has that aspect of my profile, because where I work so much, I don't get to concentrate on it how I need to. Take your breather. Because before, I could live off of my social media to a certain extent with some additional income. Now I'm having to fully rely upon my job, and basically the income that I get off social media is enough for me to get gas and a few groceries. And I'm not playing, because when I work 8 to 5, I cannot be on my phone, period. So it's like, well, other than my 30-minute break. So that's why I ask so much of you guys to share my content and things of that nature, because I know it's not easy to have the money. I know that it's not. So if sharing something is going to help not only change somebody's life, but also help in that aspect, that's what it is. Because a lot of people are like, you stay begging, you stay doing this, and I'm not begging for anything other than you guys to share my content. And I'm sorry, I got to fix that. But anyway, sorry about that. We're going to go on ahead and stretch. So if you guys don't know, I do everything all-inclusive, so that means we stay in our seats the entire duration of this routine. Because me coming from the size that I came from, I know that it's not always easy to find things that's going to work for you and your body. So what we're going to do is go on ahead and stretch it on out, because we are finito. We are done, okay? So what I need you to do first is I want you to bring your left arm. We're going to pull it across our body, all right? Let's go. We're going to stretch our arms. Then we're going to do our legs. Then I'm going to show you a breathing exercise that relaxes all of your body, okay? And then I'm going to come up and chat with you guys for a moment, and then I'm going to pop off of here because I actually have paperwork that I have to do, because I didn't get off work until a little later today. So I didn't get my paperwork done, but I had to get my chores done before I left work, so I didn't get to get my paperwork done. I had 10 minutes to do 2 notes, and I didn't have time to do my notes. So we're going to switch sides now. Right arm across our body. So I'm going to talk to y'all for a little bit, because you guys are like my family. Like, I literally get to talk to you guys when I get to come live. And I literally talk to you guys more than I talk to my family, and I don't kid you about that. My family won't reach out to me hardly at all unless I contact them. So thank you guys for being there for me. Thank you guys for checking up on me too. Like, I really do appreciate those of you all that take time to just love me and care about me. So thank you for that. But we're going to go on ahead and stretch our left arm. We're going to pull it in behind our head. But if you can't do that, what you're going to do is interlock your hands this way and then pull it in behind your head, okay? Let's go on ahead and get to stretching. You pick what works for you, okay? And I'm not saying that I want my family to contact me All I'm really saying is I wish that my family supported and accepted me how you guys do. Now, I have some family members that absolutely do, but I also know the reality of the situation is not everyone's always going to see that I'm out here doing what I'm doing for a actual real cause. But switch sides. Um, a lot of my family legitimately tell me that I embarrass them because I come on social media and I'm so open. I tell people that I struggle financially. I've had GoFundMe's up because I was nominated to go to the Cheers Choice Awards. So I've been told like I'm an embarrassment and I'm a beggar and all these other kinds of things by family members. And I'm just sitting over here and I'm like, I'm working my butt off. I'm doing the best that I can. What else am I supposed to do? Like, I don't know. But let's go on ahead and extend our right leg out in front of us, toes facing the ceiling. You're going to keep your left leg bent. You're going to walk your way down your right leg best that you can, and we're going to stretch that right leg out. But I guess that's another reason why I'm so passionate and prideful about what it is that I do, because I know what it's like to be like an outcast. I know what it's like to be excluded. I know what it's like to want to fit in and not feel wanted anywhere. Like you guys, my friend Sam, and a few, very few friends that I do feel like I truly have are the only individuals that make me feel like I matter. Let's switch sides. Like you guys feel like I have purpose. Like you make me feel like I have a reason to exist. And I'm simply venting right now because mentally I'm going through a lot. Like I'm still trying to get over a breakup. I'm still sitting over here getting contacted by my ex. My ex's baby's mother, my ex's baby mother's ex-boyfriend. Like I'm literally in this, and I've like blocked everybody. All right, we're gonna put both legs out in front of us. We're gonna walk down both legs, like, and then I'm dealing with stuff at other locations, and it's like life is overwhelming, and I have so much mentally that I'm having to process that sometimes I want to run away and just have a vacation, that I don't have my phone and I don't have social media and I don't have people like making me feel like I don't matter. So when I say you guys matter, understand that it's coming from a place where I sometimes feel like I don't matter, and I want you to know no matter what it is that you're going through, you do, because I'm telling you, you matter, because I'm telling myself at the same time that I matter too. But let's go on ahead and come up. We're going to do our breathing exercise really quickly. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. We're going to inhale up through our nose, our breath up here, and then we're going to exhale out, down through our mouth, okay? We're going to do a total of 4 of these particular exercises, and then we are going to be done. I'll come up, chat with you guys for a hot second, and then say goodnight, okay? So let's get it. One, 2, 3, 4. And I'm not saying anything bad about my ex and them and stuff, but like this is my thing. I want to move on with my life for real. And I've been trying to do that. Oh, thank you for saying that my spandex shorts look nice. That's a new comment. The last comment I had about my britches was not so hot. But anyways, thank you guys for just being here. I'm not going to go into anything further. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, and you are so, so welcome. Destiny, you're welcome, honey. Tamra, you rock too. Baby, you are all my family, and I hope that you know that, because listen, I know what it's like to literally have nobody. I've literally been at rock bottom. Like when I tell y'all I've been through it. Like I have been homeless. I have been abused. I've been through all of the processes at the age of 32. So I come on here just to simply share my struggles, and I know that people look at me and they're like, that girl's embarrassing because she's been through so much and she shares about it. depending on how you look at it, maybe you're going to look at my story and be like, oh my gosh, she's resilient. She's a warrior. She is fighting for her life and refuses to give up no matter how many times somebody tries to knock her down, whether it be family, strangers, friends. I don't care who it is. Sometimes your own family will tear you down quicker because they don't have the strength that you have to continue to be resilient and to push forward. So I've had so many people inbox me and tell me, you know what? I'm your family. I got you. And I love that. I love that you guys are here for me the way that you are. But it will never change the fact that I do love my family. And it absolutely breaks my heart to know that I want something that they don't want, because they don't see me they don't see me as who I am. They see me who I was when I was making my wrong decisions and not living how I needed to live. And they're still holding that over my head. Some of them are. Or some of them are still using whatever it was that I said that they thought that was about them that wasn't. Because that's one thing about social media. But at the same time, if the shoe fits, baby, wear it. That's where I'm at this point. But at the same time, like, I miss them and I want them and I want that, because I know there's nothing like family. But sometimes family can also be your most detrimental thing. So it's like learning to sit here and break away from that, and then also trying to learn and break away from my ex, who continues to find means to try and contact me and ask me for things. Or what is so crazy is, like, I used to literally, and I caught on to it, about my ex's baby mom, or baby's mother, however you want to say it, because I did raise my ex's daughter for about a year of her life. She doesn't know who I am now, I'm sure. I've not seen Zanaya since probably October, I think. I can't even remember the last time I seen Zanaya, but I raised her. But it's just, I was seeing, because her mom would literally message me consistently and always conveniently be broke down at a gas station. So if I had $10, if I had $20, if she needed wipes, if she needed diapers, I was sending it because I loved that little girl. But then I realized that she wasn't taking the money for that. Like, she wasn't taking it for diapers. She wasn't taking it for wipes, because it got to the point where I was in my Spot Me funds and I didn't have money, but I offered for her to have a pickup order from Walmart. I was like, I'll purchase it for you if you can go pick it up. She's like, no, I need the cash. So if you're going to turn down someone buying your kid diapers and wipes, even though I'm in the negative, I'll buy it for her. You don't want to go pick it up because you want the cash. That don't add up, baby. It don't add up. But I had sent her like a substantial amount of money over my time of being with her baby daddy. And then after I left, because I was still helping her because he wasn't helping her. But anyways, I have officially cut off all ties. It has been one of the hardest things because I loved Zanaya and I loved being a part of her life and raising her and doing the things that I got to do. But when I tell you guys my heart is hurting, I'm like, I am not okay right now. This is where I am. This is where I am. But I'm trying. And it's going to be okay. It's going to get better. And it's all going to work out at the end. And I'm just over here. I do wear my heart on my sleeve because I know what it's like to literally have nobody and feel like you're not a part of anything. And I don't want anyone to ever feel like that with me. So I'm always super giving. But I had sent like her so much money. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, you would always offer to send me $20 here or whatever. And I'm like, you've literally messaged me and I have had literally $10 to my name and I've sent it to you and you treat me like crap. And I'm just like, whatever. But I'm really going through it. So if you guys pray, whatever you do, on top of the fact, like, I'm not on my Zoloft anymore. Like, my doctor's no longer in service. So I have literally been taking ashwagandha. It is a mood stabilizing vitamin. Can you tell me how to email or message you? So I'm not sure if I'm saying your name correctly, but if it is Lucille Willard, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. My name's Nataushia, but it looks like Nataushia. But anyways, you can inbox me via Facebook, or you can message me. Just I guess like my email address, I think is linked to my Linktree account, which is also on the top of my Facebook profile. All of that information. What products are good to start with? So I'm going to highly suggest, thank you for saying that I've come a long way, by the way, Cynthia. So what I would suggest if you guys are interested in the products that I use is the Trim 365 spray, because it is an appetite suppressing spray. My sprays are all $21.99 a piece. But that is the one that 100% I would go through. Okay. LaSalle. Okay, awesome. So that's what I would recommend. If it is easier for you to, you can go on ahead and inbox me on here. I do have several inboxes somehow on my Facebook account. I don't even know how that happened, but I have like 3 inboxes on my Facebook account. So I have been checking them, and they are a little overloaded. So I'll get to you guys as best that I can this weekend, okay? I promise. We're not alone. We are here, my queen. I have to tell, I've been with you since October, and I'm losing my butt and not my stomach. So what I would suggest is if you're losing your booty, is do some squats, baby. Okay? But do you guys have any other questions, comments, or concerns before I get off? Because I do have some work that I need to get to. But thank you guys for listening to all my nonsense. Oh, Sharice, hi. So if you guys don't, am I allowed to tell? Do you care if I tell them? I don't know if you want, like, I can't remember if you were okay with me saying or not. So I don't want to go out the way. Oh, baby, I record these all the time. They are recorded on my YouTube and on my Facebook. So if you will check this right here, honey, you're going to see all of it. Okay. You're welcome. But YouTube, I am going to say goodbye to you guys. And then I'm going to work my way up to TikTok and Facebook, okay? Bye for now, YouTubies. And